Hi friends, I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me today on my walk around Connaught Waters here up in Epping Forest. And I don't know about you, I love coming up to the forest, and through lockdown this place has been such a blessing to our family. It's given us space to get out and get some fresh air and a change of scenery, and a place for the children to run and let off steam. But I love coming up to Connaught Waters often by myself just for a walk around, and what I really like about this place is that each time I come, it looks completely different. Depending on the weather, on the seasons, you can come here on 2 consecutive days and find 2 completely different looking places. Last week we were here and the lake was frozen over. We were wading through snow. This week I come up this morning and the snow and the ice has gone. It's still a bit muddy, but it's a nice, clear, fresh morning. And there's a reminder in there that even though this place can look completely different on 2 different days, depending on so many factors, it's still the same place. It's still Connaught Waters. Right now we are in a time, aren't we, where just things are looking so different. Everything's changing. The Prime Minister has announced a tentative roadmap out of a time of enormous uncertainty, but even the roadmap is uncertain and it takes us into future uncertainty. I was reflecting with our leadership team last night. I wonder if we'll ever routinely shake hands again. I wonder if working from home for a lot of people is going to be here to stay. Some of you will have bigger and deeper and more important questions, uncertainties and questions that affect your livelihood, your family life. We've been through an uncertain time, we're facing an uncertain time, but no matter how much changes in our lives or the world around us, friends, I want to remind us that Jesus is the same yesterday, today and forever. And so no matter how uncertain, how constantly changing things are, let's ground ourselves because we serve a God who never changes. His faithfulness, his presence, his power doesn't change, even when everything around us looks completely different. But the other thing that I'm reminded of is that, yes, we serve an unchanging God, but that unchanging God works in changing ways. And I was reflecting this morning on Isaiah 43. God speaks through Isaiah, and first he says to the people, I am the Lord, your creator. He says, I'm the one who rescued you from the Egyptians, and he describes the parting of the Red Sea and the drowning of the Egyptian army, and reminded them of those things as a reminder of who he was. And it's important to look back, isn't it? It's important to remember what has happened in the past. It's the same God who spoke to Moses when he gave the 10 Commandments and started that by saying, I am the Lord your God who rescued you from slavery. Therefore, here's how I'd like you to live. But in Isaiah 43, God doesn't stop there. He says, yes, I am the Lord your creator. I'm the one who rescued you, who led you through this, who parted the sea and led you through all of that. But then he says, but forget all that, because I'm doing a new thing. Forget all of that, because I'm doing a new thing that will be even greater than the things I did before. Now, I don't think he really means don't ever think of what I did in the past again. But what he means is if we become so fixated purely on remembering how things used to be, we close ourselves to the things that God might be doing now and in the future. As we head out of lockdown and into a, quote, new normal, I hate that phrase and I promise not to use it again, things will look different. Let's not rush to get back to life as we knew it, to church as we knew it. It'll still be church, it'll still be the con, but things will look different, and that's okay. Let's look back and celebrate what God has done in the past, but as we look to the future, don't let hankering back to the past prevent you from looking ahead to what God has in store for us next. In the days, weeks, months ahead, as a whole church family, we're going to be having conversations around what does the future look like for us as a church family. And I want to invite everyone to be a part of that conversation. But as we have that conversation, let's look forward with excitement and anticipation to all that God's going to do. Let's not just look back and say, I can't wait until we can get back to the way things used to be. Those times aren't coming back, and that's okay. But I promise you, God has got something good lined up in the days ahead. Have a great day.